What up, my freaks? RuinusInsight here with part 24 of my Total Warhammer 3 Vilitch the Curseling Immortal Empires campaign. So as we saw last time, Vilitch and co have continued their advances with Egrim burninating some undead at Pigbarter. We more or less have this army completed, but it was still something of a debut because this is the first time that they were able to burninate a undead in this form. I do still want to get a few more fiery units in here if possible, but it's a pretty fun army already in my opinion, and I'm hoping to see more great things from it. We do still have to advance the Black Fortress, however, so that's definitely going to be a goal, but it isn't something that we can do this turn because there's lots of other stuff to do. So let's begin. First of all, let's move around our basic units, or our assassins and stuff. Basic, I don't know why I called them basic. Or maybe this particular assassin is basic. Let's also retake, or take for ourselves, the jungles here. Retake only in the sense that, well, we sacked it before, but now we are taking it for good. There we go. And you got a free scroll of power as well as the province secured, which is why we've taken it in the first place. We also have the charge bonus out of the cultist camp. This one might actually be worth keeping, plus the insights of the void here for free. And it's not going to collect income, so you can just stay as you are. There you go. A nice little magic Tzeentch forest, which also does make sense. And ooh, hello! There does appear to be an actual full stack here. Oh, that's nice. That's real nice. That's something we can actually fight. And you guys continue attacking that. Yeah, that's fine. Alrighty. Beautiful. I'm excited for that suddenly. You, assassin, are exhausted, so you can do nothing, but you can move forward with Egrim towards the Black Fortress, maybe even assault the garrison if you see the opportunity. Next, we have Tech Thieves aplenty. So you, Tech Thief, have not stolen anything because you were hurt. And I don't believe there's anything at these ruins, but maybe there is, who knows, let's identify them. We gotta move out there anyway, though I suppose we could have tried stealing at Gorger Rock first as well. Well, it succeeded, but you didn't get any XP, unfortunately, because there was nothing there. Oh well. You, Tech Thief, you have 8 turns remaining, but I think we start moving you out. You don't need to necessarily be here because we have other Tech Thieves watching. You can continue stealing tech, though you need to find another place to do it from. Let's say up here to the Forbidden Citadel. I want to see if Bellicor is still alive. Whether he's here or whether he's at Albion, as he should be, we'll see. Okie dokie. Ragnar Zoriteller, you are about to attack the orcs here as we declare war on them, and Vilitch is about to take the territory at the Twisted Towers. Now I think this one... which battle will be more difficult? Because I want to fight that one first, I think. That one versus... what are the orcs like here? Honestly, this army doesn't look that problematic, and we have a lot of ranged, so they will probably never react to... yeah, I think this one will be too easy, and we could probably do this one manually. So let's start with a cinematic battle this time around. Let's have Vilitch attack the Twisted Towers, though I doubt that this will be all that difficult either, but since the game says valiant defeat, we might as well humor it. Here we go.
Soon you will be able to rend and pulverize. That is my promise.
Alrighty, here we go again. I don't imagine this will be too difficult, but hey, I've been surprised before, so you never know. Obviously gonna drop down on those walls, though there are a lot of Chaos Warriors up here, and we do have to be careful. Also gonna open up that gate as soon as possible, but we will be breaking the wall here first, because we can simply break through the gate much easier with our units than we can actually Shatterstone the wall. Alrighty, and let's see how much damage our aerial units are doing. Well, the Chaos Warriors are in somewhat bad shape. These guys got hurt by the wall breaking down, as we can see from all the dead units there. So it's not that where the damage came from. But, well, our units up here aren't hurt that much, and they are being led by Gorger, Exalted Hero, so he should be bringing down models in fairly decent numbers. Unfortunately for us, the enemy has Slaneshi towers, which are, in my opinion, probably the best towers, or at least top tier towers, maybe tied with a few others like high-level Skaven towers or something like that. But these things are damn good, in part because their accuracy is incredible. They fire many shots, and all those shots are very accurate, and they do quite a lot of damage. So we have to try to move away from those towers and into the enemy settlement as fast as we can go. It's obviously going to be the goal here. Otherwise, it'll still be at least a few seconds of doing damage on top of the walls, at least until the next Shatterstone comes up. And we can also obviously apply at least a little bit of spell work, Searing Doom dropping on the enemy. I do wonder, can Searing Doom and can spells actually knock enemies off? I think that they can. I saw some units go flying, but I'm not sure whether that was the Doom or whether that was the flyers actually knocking the enemy off. Now, as we can see, speaking of flyers, our flyers are leaving here, leaving only the Furies. Why we're going to drop a Overcast Searing Doom at the same time as getting another Shatterstone going. And this should have absolutely decimated the units up here, and indeed, all 3 units are now pretty much dead. And while the Air Force didn't necessarily kill them themselves, they did certainly distract them pretty heavily. Now they're all going to try to go for this damn magic tower that is firing those hell cannon shots at us, as they could otherwise do a lot of damage to our infantry as they stream into the city. Alright, here we go. And Vilitch is of course working on the gate, and in fact no longer, because he's through and will join the rest of his forces like his regiment of renowned aspiring champions. Poor Marauders standing against this. It ain't gonna go so well. Though at least they do still have a few Chaos Warriors left in here. Though way too many of them died on top of the walls for too little gain. And as we can see, the treason of Tzeentch goes down, which I've been finding to be pretty darn useful. Look at that 7 melee attack left on those Marauders with great weapons. And while the leadership isn't a huge deal, especially for the Eye because of its leadership buffs, it's still something. Can't complain. It's a good cheap spell with the reduction that Vilitch offers. And here comes another Overcast Searing Doom dropping down upon the enemy, and those poor Chaos Warriors are suffering just as much as the Marauders are here. And there we go, we're streaming in through the second gate now, or this, both wall breaks as well as the gate as well. Very nice. Enemy ain't getting through here, as it ain't blocking us too much. And damn, I didn't realize they had this many trolls on the field. They have what, 2, 3 units of trolls? 1, 2, 3 units of trolls. Yeah, they could match our spawn with trolls if only their trolls were nearly as effective as our spawn without buffs. Anyway, over on this side we have our flyers, who have managed to catch out an isolated Chaos Warrior with Halberd unit and have damaged them pretty badly, though unfortunately one of our Screamers is kind of hurt, nearly half HP, and our Doom Knights are also pretty badly damaged, so we will have to be careful with them. Otherwise, it looks like the enemy are not going to be able to hold on to this area around the gate much longer, as they are just plain and being overwhelmed. I honestly forgot that we had the pink horrors back here, because we haven't really needed them at all. Yeah, since in most battles we've been using the Shatterstone on the gate, I feel like from this one I've definitely found that it's more effective to just break through the gate and Shatterstone 2 openings in the walls instead. Of course, this does leave breaches in the walls for enemy to reconquer you if they are right there, but you know, 1 breach versus 2 breaches, not that big of a difference, I think. And either way, it's unlikely for another army to be nearby anyway. And there we go, looks like everybody runs. The way the spawn move always makes me laugh. And I do believe that's all the units left here, minus Vilitch, who's gonna stay back and kill the enemy lord. If we can manage to find him. Honestly, it's kind of hard to pick him out from all of the Chaos units in here. Probably the one facing away from the tide. Oh, there he is. Yeah, they have a fairly similar color scheme as we do, don't they? The purple capes? We're blue and purple, so it's close enough. And there we go, that was what, 2 hits from Vilitch, 3 hits from Vilitch. It weren't a lot, but the enemy has only level 1, so they were never gonna do that much damage. And ooh, one of our Screamers is now very badly damaged. We were moving the Flyers away now. I think that unit got caught by one of the enemies, and as you know, with the flying units, sometimes one unit stays behind and then the rest of the unit comes back, only to get ripped apart by whatever is keeping it there. It's a lot easier for the AI to get those units out when in those situations, and when it actually bothers to get those units out. You never know with the AI. Sometimes it cycle charges properly, sometimes it just keeps the unit in there until it dies. No idea. Alrighty, looks like some of the trolls have come back, perhaps unsurprisingly. They're going to continue to drop Searing Dooms on the enemy Chaos Warriors as they move in to reinforce, and I'm frankly shocked once again that the enemy has not completely shattered. They're down to 1/3 of their army, or close to it. And they'll be down to even less shortly. Alright, look at those Chaos Spawn working it. The Chaos Spawn have not been getting nearly as much playtime as they have in this particular battle, mostly because the enemy has no range and we're not so worried about the Chaos Spawn and their relative fragility coming in to play here. As normally we'd be worried about too many of them going to die, but otherwise I do believe the battle is pretty much over. Yeah, they still have a few units of Marauder Horsemen back here and a couple full HP units, but I imagine the rest of the army will shatter. Also, I forgot to note this. Somehow, our Exalted Hero got stuck. I think what happened was he was on top of the wall when the Shatterstone hit it, and whatever did that, it brought him down here, and then he was no longer able to move. Almost like he got trapped in this little portal or whatever aspect of the wall. Would be nice, minus the fact that, would be a cool concept rather, minus the fact that him not being able to move means him not being able to add his battle prowess to this. And not that it's really necessary. And it looks like some enemy Marauder Horsemen came in, and now they are going to get a last parting Tzeentch Firestorm dropping upon them, even as they run away and as the battle ends, because the army is shattered. Chain Route is here, and the battle is ours. Maybe should have left a few more seconds just to watch that Firestorm, but I guess we've seen it plenty of times. Not that I'm personally tired of it, as the Tzeentch stuff is just so fun to watch. And there we go. I don't imagine we suffered a lot of damage here, but hey, well, let's see. Alrighty, there we go. Unsurprisingly, pretty darn easy battle. One slight mistake with the Screamers getting caught, trapped, and kind of beat up at some point, but otherwise it doesn't matter. Besides, these guys are going to get replaced by Doom Knights and other elites, so honestly, most of this army, in fact, doesn't matter. All this is going to be chosen in knights of various types, so yeah. Although, of course, we could go for the ranged route for Vilitch, but I don't know. I just enjoy the if we can't use Flamers, I just enjoy the Knights and the Chosen more, for him in particular, especially since he's slow himself and his army should really travel with him. Anyway, Occupies and Vassalize, please, and the Crag join us. Beautiful. Got a free Sword of Anti-Heroes that, frankly, we don't really care about, but better than nothing, of course. And let's see what we got here. Now, aha, Fortress of the Damned is the Aghole's fortress, and then the Silvered Tower of Sorcerers, I guess, is the last. So I guess we'll leave the Silvered Tower to you, whereas we will take the Fortress of the Damned for ourselves, maybe? And they're both the same level, though this does have gems, but I don't really think we care that much about gems anyway. Also, how strong are the Aghole while we're at it? And just out of curiosity. Aghole, you are down here, you have 5 territories. Okay, so you were roughly as strong as the Crag are. Although the Crag are bound to get a little bit weaker since we're about to take a... well, they're probably going to lose some of their territory to the Aghole as they go. Though both of them will likely get stronger as we destroy the Dark Elves up north, so that'll be good either way. And ooh, I see Khorne Corruption, and therefore I see Valkia. Looks like Valkia's probably been able to take everything but Nagarond Interesting. Everything else is pro. Yes, Laneshi corruption. Yeah. I feel like what has been added with regards to the Chaos Warriors has basically very badly hurt the northern portion of the Dark Elves. The AI Dark Elves don't seem to be very good at holding those units off, or those factions off, which is interesting. Good for the player, I guess, but it prevents a massive Dark Elf power block from forming, which I suppose some would say is a good thing, but others would say it is not such a good thing. Debatable. Anyway, Ragnar Zorateller, you're going to attack Gorger Rock. These guys are allied with no one, and therefore we will attack them now. I do have to wonder whether, if we join war against the Darklands Orcs, you'd be willing to give us nearly 10k for it. Yeah, it's not bad. Although, no, while 10k is good, if we join war, I think our vassals won't join in with us. Therefore, we need to just outright attack them. Because we want to keep all of our vassals while loving us by attacking enemies. Alright. That's the way we do it then. To Gorger Rock we go. A decisive victory, unsurprisingly, but we're going to fight this manually real quick. Mostly because I want to see our ranged army in action just a little bit. And ironically, we have the Doom Divers and they do not. Man, they have like nothing in terms of range other than 4 units of Gobbo archers, I mean. And that just ain't gonna be enough. But hey, they could always charge us, in theory. I doubt that they will, but in theory. Yeah, and this can't be the final form of this army. Well, I do want to replace these things with warp lightning cannons, though they wouldn't have an arc, which may be a problem. Start deployment. Let's do this. 1, 2. In fact, we'll just deploy everything here. It'll just be easier this way. Let's get you guys in front like this. Then let's put you guys like this behind them. Like so. Like so. We'll separate these units in a second. I just want to do this a little bit faster. Like so, like so. You to get everybody's ammo back. So right in the center. You guys up here. You guys here. Lord in the center. And I believe that's it. Start deployment. And everybody move forward like, let's say, so at first. Alright, and so we begin. Doom Divers, you should be firing on your own without any control, so good. Let's move you up here, Soul Grinder 1. Let's move you up here, Soul Grinder 2. And then let's just move units as blobs like this. They won't... It's not perfect. Whatever. I don't even care. It's not like the enemy's a threat. Everybody move forward, and now we can summon some... We can open a portal glyph if we wanted to, and why wouldn't we want to? Honestly, I think the cav aren't necessary here. And we could just move them back, because they're going to be in the way. And there we go. And then you, portal glyph units, go after those Gobbo archers, and then we just need to move our other range units forward, like that. And, oh, are you telling me that they didn't obey that? Apparently they did not. Like that, then. Perfect. You go here, you go in front of them, and like so, and like so, and like so. Not seeing too much fire from them, but I mean, we will later. And we can always open up gates of Tzeentch as well, so you guys can move forward rather, to get ready to open said gates. We should also bring this tower down, shouldn't we? Alrighty, fine. Bring down that tower. And none of you can go after this tower, but you can't go after those river trolls, so why not? Alright, keep going. And the gates are ready for opening, so let's move you, and where's the other one? Both of you forward. Tower should fall shortly. And then pink horrors like this, and gates. Get ready to open. Like so. Can't see the direction they're supposed to be facing, but it's all good. And oh, hello. We got some enemies charging as well. Sounds like a good time to open a gate to me. And this is why we have the aspiring champs here. We may not be able to bring more pink horrors into the into this army, but we can always summon more via our gates, which certainly is working. You can kill those orc biggins, and there we go. This battle should be ours fairly quickly, and Doom Divers are firing the entire time, or at least they have been, so I'll be curious to see how much damage they will have done and by the end of the battle. Whether it will seem that they were worth it or not. Alright, you guys move forward and get ready to open up another gate. Love it. Absolutely love it. And then you're almost out of ammunition. Which is a little bit unfortunate, what can you do? You attack those stone trolls, you guys keep moving forward, everybody continues to attack as they are. Beautiful. Well done, everybody. You have not cast a single spell as yet. Maybe cast some Spirit Leeches on the trolls, because they're, you know, kind of hardy. Alright, how are you doing? You're not able to attack these trolls? I don't care about the casualties. As in, our own allied casualties. It's irrelevant. Like so. No damage so far, and... Whoa, 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 what? Did one of the Doom Divers lose one of its... Huh, how the heck did that happen? I have no idea how that happened. Interesting. This tower wasn't... It's not able to reach them. No, it's not. Unless it was just barely able to reach one. Looks like it's right on the edge of that. Weird. Oh well, my fault, I guess. I might not have been paying attention where I should have been. Oh well. Still not a big deal. You get another Spirit Leech out there to kill those stone trolls. Over on this side, we are good, and the Soul Grinder can move into melee now. And oh, look, they've moved in their Black Orc Big Boss. Oh no. Oh no. Alright, don't do that. Let's have you all target that arrow tower then. It'll reduce your damage, but meh. It's not like anybody's getting hurt right now, so it's all kind of irrelevant. Keep pushing forward. Yeah, maybe I should have attacked at more angle or from more different locations just to make this go by a little bit faster. It's all good though. Alright, move forward. And forward, honestly, we could probably move you all forward now. Probably all not that afraid of all this. Lord in as well, and you can open up another portal glyph as well if you like. Melee units has that Black Orc Big Boss. Still alive. I don't actually want the rats to fire on him though, because he could hurt our units more than, well, the enemy would. And by could, I mean will. Definitely will. What are you doing? No running away, don't be cowards. I understand that this is a Tzeentch and not a Coronate Force, but nonetheless, how's that tower looking, by the way? Let's get some more Spirit Leeches moving on these trolls, or otherwise they will come back. Actually, maybe I should be spamming Spirit Leeches on the Black Orc. We'll see about that. You guys, move out. Well, actually, just don't do anything. Here. Open up another portal glyph while you're at it, right there. Ultimately, doesn't matter where, because it'll change nothing. The rest of the units move forward, which will allow the rest of these units to move forward as well. Go, go, go. Like so, if the map allows us to actually move them forward. Alright, looks good to me. Now you guys, countercharge those Orc Boy Biggins. It's just Orc Biggins. Okay, yeah, whatever. Close enough. And a couple more shots into that will be done. Good. Move forward. And I honestly forgot which units were going where, but it won't matter that much. And because most of them will be dead shortly. You, go after those ranged units. And man, that boss is still alive, eh? Well, that's great for him. Get that tower while we're at it. Taking a little bit of damage on our aspiring champs. And this is just me being impatient, to be perfectly honest. I mean, we could have just killed everybody with range and not bother with our melee at all, but, you know. I'd rather not bother with wasting too much time on these super easy battles, because we have a lot of stuff to accomplish, and we're gonna heal here anyway, so it's not gonna matter, because we're gonna capture this place. You've lost too many models now. Okay, you move back. Oh, this is probably why. Don't do that. Don't do that. I should probably just turn off Fire at Will, but too late. You move away. You use Spirit Leech. This guy should be dead in the next couple of hits. Wait, that's the nasty Skulkers. Is the boss dead? No, he's just running. Okay, that's fine. And that's fine. Then the rest of you move in here, please. Oh, I hate the pathing. Why must you make a difficult game? You go here, you go here. There we go. And the Cav don't really need to stream into the city, but they very well could. Alright. And who's still alive here, incidentally? You guys move forward, please. I'm actually shocked that the enemy has not completely chain routed at this point. Quite surprising indeed. Go for these gobos, and you, artillery, target that relatively healthy unit. Nobody's allowed to be healthy. Which is more what you would expect from a Nurgle faction than from a Tzeentch one. Alrighty, there we go. Target that. And this point will be ours, so no more towers. You haven't actually lost any units, so you don't care. And is that Black Orc Big Boss back? Well, let's make sure he doesn't come back again. Hit those trolls with a bolt change, and the battle should be just about over. I think that one last unit, when it dies, or when it gets sufficiently hurt, the battle will end. Oh, I didn't realize that they still had Grisguts alive. I thought that, I actually forgot that he existed. Alright, forward everybody. And we're getting some spell work launched at us, but it ain't gonna do too much here. And oh look, some more biggins, or our regular orc boys fighting our soul grinder. Cute. There we go. Oh, look at those gobos melt. Alright, the gobbo archers are just about done, and our lord is suffering some damage from something. It's nice when you know you're gonna capture a place, because all of this damage doesn't matter. Not that there's much of it to speak of, mind you. And aha, look, it's the enemy lord. Let's surround and kill him then. And you can come back here and spirit leash him, actually. You know what? You guys can move back. This is probably a job for the aspiring champions, actually. Or we run everybody away and have the cav kill him slowly. Alright, who still needs to be killed? You. Come here. And then Lord, go for an overcast spirit leech just so that you can reach the enemy. Because it increases the range of it. Oh, and look, we've run out of ammunition on one of our Doom Divers. We'll be able to see how much damage is it. Oh, wow. Look at that. The war boss has nearly killed this unit of aspiring champions. Okay, that's impressive. Unless that was our own units damaging him. Kinda hard to say. But it's all irrelevant, and the losses were still only half the unit. Lovely. Yeah, 16 units lost, and I think that's like half of them were from this one unit, but good job, Grisguts. Killed 6 units, and I think all 6 were aspiring champions. Orc war bosses, scarier than they look. Not that they don't look scary, mind you. Alright, now here's the moment of truth. What's the damage on the Doom Divers, which fired for the entire battle and completely ran out of ammunition? I just want to make a comparison here. Let's see, we got 2.3k and 3.2k. Wow, vastly inferior compared to somebody like the Soul Grinders. These guys never actually fired, and much less than the Poison Wind Globadiers. Honestly, to me, this says we're better off just getting more Poison Wind Globadiers or a different type of unit. Granted, this wasn't a field battle, and they did waste some of their time attacking a tower, to be fair. But nonetheless. Alrighty, well, we can hold on to this, mostly because I want to somehow try to trade Ice Spewer away from these guys. Mostly because, well, they don't need it. Like, at all. How much do you want for Ice Spewer? 14, that would be 36k. Okay, well, at least we know that he's willing to give it to us. It's just, we'll have to do this later. As in, when we're willing to give up that cash. Mostly I just want to give it to Grimgor so that he has the entire province, rather than, well, half a province, as obviously that would be better. Alrighty, now that's enough of battles. We got some money to finally spend, though if we're gonna spend it, we might as well swap you out to exploit vassals. Imperial Road, you can't be swapped to exploit vassals, so we're free to build this tower here. And Mingzhu, I thought I was going to trade you. Oh, it's if we can get the city of Shigengan traded for something else. And the question is, of course, what and where. If there's something he wants in any of these territories, where we own half a territory and he owns half a territory, but that's not the case, which is why I'm hoping that if he fights these guys and takes Dai Cheng, we can trade him the Tower of Ashung for it, or rather trade him the Tower of Ashung to complete the territory. That would probably be best. Okay, well, either way, we can't build anything there right now, so yeah. You can stay as you are, you can stay as you are good as you are for now. Red Wastes, or Red Fortress. Ooh. We got an upgrade here, but we gotta reduce the cost of it first, so exploit vassals. Gunpowder Road. And we got some upgrades here, but none super important right now, though in 6 turns we can upgrade to the next tier. You need to be swapped to exploit vassals, because there's upgrades. You are good as you are. You can't be swapped, so let's get you some more growth. And where is this, Shangyang? Yeah, let's get the tower. I'd like you to be defended. You will need to be swapped. Let's just preemptively do it, because I feel like I'm going to forget. Nah, I'm sure I won't forget. Actually, I'm sure I will forget, but we'll see. Alrighty, and I believe that's it. Do we need a port here? Is there any reason to get this? Do we want to spend 1900 money on this? Mostly just to trade it to our allies so that they have a completed port, if nothing else. When we do, inevitably trade it to our allies. Alrighty, well that looks good to me. And I believe we got one more end turn here, so let's skip the rest of this. Damage building, commandment available. Yeah, so go for Insights of the Void. Unless, wait. Now, you're going to be able to upgrade this in a turn or so, so for now, perhaps, go to Exploit Vassals, although... You know what? We probably don't care about saving, like, 10 money, so screw that. Stay as you are. Alrighty, and Outpost available is in Hanyu Port, which we will upgrade. Not to worry, but these guys actually need to build up their faction, so we can actually recruit what we want out of them. Some good stuff would be ideal. And how do they feel about us now? We're at 925, it is rising, but surely it is rising slowly. We'll see what they're like in 20 turns before giving them half of Cathay back. And whether Lokir here betrays us or not. I'd really like a military agreement with him just to make sure that...
what will you do with it?
And just to make sure that he is much more likely to join us. We should try to get him to join wars, though. Oh, right, I was gonna do this, so that they take this, but we were wondering if there was something that we need to pay him. And I think this is the only one where that he's willing to do for cheap, isn't it? Huh, actually, that's not bad. The Darklands Orcs? Yeah. Knights of Calador... Actually, just out of curiosity. Okay, that's a little bit on the expensive side. Nagaron, 2.9... Clan Rictus, 2.5, not as bad. Lamian Sisterhood, 2.2. 12k, though. And 14k. Yeah, you know what? Take out the Lamians. 2.5. Darklands Orcs, and what was Clan Rictus again? 0.7. Oh, Rictus was the expensive one. Alright, you know what? This is manageable, and it'll keep them liking us.
It shall be done.
To a degree, I imagine. We do have to wonder how much they'll want for the military access. Wait, what if we give them... what if we give them Mingzhu? Do they actually want this or no? They do not. They really do not. Okay, well. We'll hopefully give them something they actually want, and then they'll maybe join us. We shall see. Okay, now we're ready to end the turn, skip the rest of that, and end it. Hopefully Kazrak finds himself another blood ground to occupy, rather than just sitting there uselessly. And then hopefully we can get him to become our vassal and build some stuff. Come on, Kazrak, I believe in you. For once, make my Beastmen dreams come true. Nobody take that out of context. But seriously, I have several campaigns where I've wanted to get him to, or get the Beastmen to get a outpost going. Peace with Ferric, no. It's happening now, sorry, Ferric. And ally mobilizes, oh no, Cloven Soul Crusher, please don't take Zarnagrand. I imagine that it's not a blood ground, but it would be irritating if it was. You, Steel Tech and Zarnagrand, you, Ragnar, ignore the Eagle Eries, march stance all the way down here. I see no orcs that you have to deal with. There are some territories that we may want to claim, but oh damn, I don't like how both of these guys are here right beside this. And there's nowhere really else for them to attack. It's also odd that we can't see the blood ground markings anymore. We could when these guys had a territory, but now we can't. Well, I guess that'll be something to find out, but it'll probably be something to find out next time, because I'm not seeing a high likelihood of getting the other stuff done this time around, or getting any more battles this time around. Now, The Silver Tower is actually closer to us, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 turns to get here, and only 3 turns to get here. Which is a problem, because I wanted to take the Fortress of the Damned for ourselves, rather than leave it to Sigvald. Partly because it's got the Aggle tied to it. Which may be better for our side. As in if this guy betrays us. And then partly because it's on the coastline, which would mean it would probably be easier for us to defend it, as in our allies are much more likely to die, but then we'd have to loop back around. But if we have to loop, we have to loop. That's just the nature of the game sometimes, so I think if that's the better way to do it, that's the better way. Unless, wait, these are the only 2 territories that they have, correct? Yeah, it is, okay. So we still have to go this way. Anyway, I guess we'll leave this to next time. We are going to march down to the Fortress of the Damned and continue the vassalization or subjugation of Mr. Siggy. We will also try to get Ragnar Zorateller to get Tsar Nagrand. Hopefully it doesn't fall to Kazrak by then, or even if it does fall, then hopefully it falls only into ruin and not into a Beastman Bloodground. And then finally, there's another Black Fortress which we are on the way to, which is, well, the Black Fortress, Dark Fortress at the Black Fortress, which is what we're gonna head to with Egram. And then I believe you have a minor battle to go for at the Tower of Ashung, but that probably will not be much to fight, although to be fair, these guys do have a stack there, so we may get a battle out of it. We'll have to find out next time, so stay tuned. Don't forget to leave a like and comment for your friendly neighborhood heretic. All glory to the algorithm. And thanks for watching.